Hi everyone and welcome to another great episode of 24/7 Differenter. I'm your host, Kenny Thacker, here with my very great, talented, amazing friend, Fiona Bloom from The Bloom Effect. How you doing, Fiona?
I'm great, especially after that intro. How are you?
I'm great. It's been a while since we've seen you.
It has.
But, everything full circle. We come full circle.
I love that.
We come full circle.
Yes.
So, for all the people out there that don't know who you are, can you tell them first of all who you are and what you do?
Yeah, wow. How many minutes do we have?
We got a lot. This is all digital.
My name,
go forever.
Well, my name is Fiona Bloom. The company's called The Bloom Effect. I like to call that a one-stop shop, branding, marketing, and lifestyle media. So basically what I do is social media training. I do PR, both digital and traditional. I do video promotion. I do tour bookings, international consulting, and therapy when needed.
We're going to talk later then.
I have a plethora of services that I offer the clients that I work with. So yeah.
But now, from what I know, a majority of your clients are in music, correct?
Yeah, for the most part, they're in music. I mean, I like to call myself a lifestyle marketer because I don't want to, turn away any potential clients. I mean, anything in lifestyle, whether it's film, books, hotels, restaurants, liquor, anything it is, you know what I mean? Like, because I like to think that, the way that you can market music, you can similarly also market, other brands that way in lifestyle. So, and I work with all kinds of brands. I mean, I work with jewelry, I've worked with fashion designers, I've worked with hotels, I've curated different series and musical things at different events at hotels. I've done tastings for food companies. But the majority of what I do is music, yeah.
Okay, awesome.
And there's a reason for that.
Okay. So what have you been up to lately?
Wow. I feel like I've been traveling all over the world by living in New York, but traveling anyway. Most recently, I did this incredible Hungarian initiative. I was working with a klezmer artist from Budapest and an incredible gypsy music artist. And we went to the Smithsonian Folklife, which this year, every year they choose a different country to, acknowledge the culture. And this year it was Hungary. So we did Smithsonian Folklife Festival, we did the Kennedy Center, we went to Boston, we did DC, we did Baltimore and New York. And I was basically representing two of these great artists from Hungary. One was Pano Grasht, the gypsy artist, and another one was Esther Biro. Then right after that, I was with Jesse Clegg, Johnny Clegg's son, who's an incredible South African singer-songwriter, guitar player. Before that, I was working with a French hip-hop artist that played a huge event at Central Park Summer Stage called I Am. And lately, I've been working with some Senegalese artists too. So I'm all across the board, yeah. Okay,
cool. Now, for all these artists that are watching this right now, especially musical artists and all these other really talented people, do they find you or do you find them?
That is a great question. A lot of times, they find me. And the reason being is they've heard about me from previous work with a different artist that they know or they've read about, and they contact that person that was behind it. I don't know if you remembered last year when I was working with the Thai, Cambodian, Malaysian, Philippines. It was an organization called Project EAR, Eastern Asian Revolution. And it was basically four groups. One was like a metal band from the Philippines. One was a hip hop group from Malaysia. Another one was like a Thai DJ crew. Brought them to CMJ. They'd never come to America, had the most amazing time of their life, incredible media, great introductions to all the music industry, had them busy every single day with nonstop interviews and meetings and all kinds of stuff. And basically that was their dream, to come to America, to perform at CMJ, to play in front of a very enthusiastic audience. And when Project EAR did that, then this other Malaysian rapper calls me, then somebody calls me from Korea, and they start to find me. I mean, the whole South African thing with Jesse Clegg, I actually ran into him at Canadian Music Week in Toronto. They heard me speak on a panel, so they came up to me afterwards. I gave them my card. They stayed in touch. Next thing you know, I was representing them in America. So I like to find the artist myself as well, but then it turns into a bidding war because a lot of times if I look for an artist that I want to work with, a lot of times other PR agencies are also kind of vultures sitting in the wings waiting to grab it as well. And it's hard to compete sometimes because there's so many PR people in New York. So it's better if they do find me because nobody else is kind of checking for them. You know what I mean? So.
Very cool. Now, I know the answer to this question, but I'm pretty sure the people out here don't. Can you tell everyone when you got started in music?
Do you know the answer to this?
Well, when you started, you were playing classical.
Yes, good. You do know the answer. Yay. I like to say that I started when I came out the womb, literally, because I was 3. I mean, I was 3 years old when I knew that I wanted to play the piano. And I started practicing. My parents bought me a piano. So from the age of 4 on, I was taking piano lessons. Then at 7 and 8, I was taking violin lessons. And next thing you know, I was in a symphony orchestra, in a youth symphony orchestra. And I was playing piano competitions, coming in 2nd and 3rd. And things were really, really serious. Like I was very competitive, very disciplined art form, you know, growing up with this upbringing of the arduous lifestyle. And it's been in my blood ever since. I mean, I could never, ever live a life without music. There's nothing I could possibly do in any other career. Yeah.
Interesting.
So instead of playing and staying with piano as far as being on stage and being in the front, I'm behind the scenes, which is totally fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm going to have to borrow something from your show. Efficiency?
Efficacy.
Efficacy
Although
side.
you're like the 3rd person that said efficiency, and I kind of like efficiency better because we need to be efficient.
Yeah, so we're going to call it efficiency, efficacy. That's
Yeah.
what we're going to call you in
Yeah.
the show. But so I'm going to borrow a question from your show. What's on your iPod?
Oh, wow. ZZ Ward
Okay.
is on my iPad. I love her. NECA.
Okay.
Cyan Supercrew from France. Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, okay.
Elisa Chic, who's an amazing rapper from Miami. Sean Booth, another amazing MC from Toronto. Swollen Members from Vancouver. God, there's so many. Karma Stewart from Austin.
Okay.
Avery Sunshine. Maya
Avery
Azucena.
What's up, Maya?
Wow, the list goes on and on. I mean, I could name you 100 artists, but I don't want to bore you all.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, with what you do, I'm sure there's a creative process. Can you explain to us how you take an artist from like A all the way to Z?
Wow. At first, when you were saying creative process, I thought you meant my personal creative process, which I was going to say to you was happens late at night, like at 4 or 5 in the morning, when I suddenly either I'm coming in from a show, or I'm restless and can't sleep and have to write stuff down, or I'm just so wired from the success of a show that I start writing things down and ideas and things that I want to, you know, conquer and things that I want to just complete in my life, you know, on my journey. So that's my own personal creative process. But as far as the band, taking them from A to Z, really it's initially about firstly packaging and imaging, coming up with a strong logo, coming up with who your personality is, who are you? Got to know who that is. Having an authentic voice so that you can communicate that with your audience. You know, the songwriting, I try to stay away from their craft and art, even though I am a musician, but I let them do that. And then we talk about press angles and spins and stories. Find out what makes you tick. What are some of the challenges you've had in your career and your journey that makes you stronger, and makes you more appreciative, and makes you more impassioned. So, you know, you find out about all those things along the way, and then getting them ready to tour, to be the best they can live. So that's everything from just being loose up on stage to coming up with some choreography to instrumentation to having fun with the musicians that you're working with on stage. So it's several things.
Well, it's interesting how you explain all that, because that could easily apply to someone's own personal brand.
Sure, absolutely.
I think that could be very beneficial.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, as you know, Differenter is all about, you know, diversity and, you know, being different and being unique and being special and unique. How important do you feel diversity is in the line of work that you do?
Oh my God, it's everything.
Okay.
It's everything. Diversity, I mean, you look at me and I like to think that I'm like one of the most diverse people out there. People say to me, so what do you listen to? What moves you? What's your thing? What motivates you? And I'm like, the world, meaning every single color of the rainbow. Meaning there's only 2 genres of music, good and bad. Do you know what I mean? And I work with the good, which is the umbrella for everything. Whether it's country, metal, soul, R&B, calypso, tango, I love it. If I love it and it moves me, I will work with you. And to me, that's as diverse as you can get. And for me, it's like people, who's in my circle, who I talk to, who I let in, who I'm communicating with, who is part of my team and my collective and my cohorts and my supporters. And you look at them and they're beautiful. They're every single color, race, religion, you know, it doesn't matter. It's the human race. It's the, I say it again, I don't want to sound cliche, but really the colors of the rainbow. And when I produce shows, I look out into a sea of people And that's exactly what you get.
Yeah.
It's exactly what you get. And I love that. And I love the flavor, and I love the whole sentiment of understanding multicultural in its truest form. And again, being authentic and being genuine. And for me, I touch a lot of people all across the world. And when they say to me, we love your energy, we love your passion, we love your flavor, your motivation, like we can feel it from thousands of miles away, that to me means so much.
Very much. That's a good answer.
Seriously, you can see that I'm like so enthusiastic and passionate emphatic about diversity. Do you get it? I'm not pathetic. I'm emphatic about it because so many people, we're so tunnel vision.
Yes.
Especially in America, and we're so close-minded, and we're so like, only eat this kind of food, and haven't been exposed to this, and don't really want to try because we don't really know it, and I don't really have friends in this sector, and I don't really go here, and stop.
Yeah, totally. I mean, you have to be passionate about what you do. I mean, and that's what produces obviously the great results that you have.
Yeah.
So the $1 million question that we have is, what makes you differenter?
Wow. I think I said wow so many times with these questions because they're great questions. Well, first of all, I don't follow trends, I set them.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Secondly, I don't think too hard about what I'm doing or what moves me. I kind of go with the flow. So I don't get caught up in the thought process. I kind of just go. I kind of just feel the vibe, and if it feels right and it's comfortable, I do it. And I take risks. I take so many risks. And I take a lot of chances. Obviously, those are the same thing, one of the same, risk and chance. But to me, I take way more chances than anyone I know. And sometimes it's a little crazy, it's a little horrifying. It can be very, very, there's a lot of fear involved sometimes. But I think what truly sets me apart and makes me that differenter is the fact that I'm willing to go out on a limb for my company, my brand, my artists, my friends, my family.
So what's next for Fiona Bloom and the Bloom Effect and the one-stop shop for
Yeah.
awesome?
I would love to take the Bloom Effect to the screen in the sense of a documentary, because my life is so damn colorful, and there's been so many accomplishments, my entire career starting from 4 years old. I mean, there's so many things that should be documented. So a doc definitely in the works. A book first, because that's obviously a lot easier than a documentary. I have 2 books in the works, actually. One, I've already got the thought process down and writing the first 2 chapters, and then hopefully we'll get a publisher for it, or I might self-publish, we'll see. And then another big thing in the works, which has been one of my dreams, is to have my own international hip-hop festival.
Wow.
So instead of doing it as part of Summer Stage or Celebrate Brooklyn or being a part of somebody else's conference, which is what I've done with international hip hop at CMJ, South by Southwest, A3C, I want my own. I want the Bloom Effect International Hip Hop Festival. First year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Booyaka! And that is one of my dreams. So
like a Bloom Palooza, something
like that.
A rock the Bloom Effect.
Something. I'm gonna come up with a crazy
Bloom Effect
name.
Summer of Legends tour.
And it has to be Brooklyn because I've been living in New York 18 years, and 14 of those years have been in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Bed-Stuy.
Yeah. Spread love the Brooklyn way, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Fiona, thank you so much
That was
for being on
quick.
the show
That was
today.
painless. That was crazy. I wish
how we
everything
do it.
could be like this.
That's how we do
You
it.
rock.
No, we're doing our best here. Fiona Bloom, I'm Kenny Thacker. See you guys on the next episode of 24/7 Differenter.
So you wake up and you see that black cloud hanging over you. You know the one you use is a cape or a cloak or a wall that you think somehow will protect you. But today you toss it right off, and that door up ahead that's been previously locked in front of you, well, it opens right